you know that he's going to go up and get it?
Again, when it's one-on-one opportunity, yeah, it's not like Drake's over there, I'm just going to throw it there. It's one-on-one chance, though. We don't get a lot of snaps to that. Last game, I don't think we really got any where it's truly one-on-one. Somewhere we had one guy on him, but it was like cover three and they're playing soft. But, so again, we get our one-on-one opportunities. I like to give them a chance, yeah.
How is the pistol formation changing things for you guys offensively? What does that kind of add?
Well, one, it allows us to kind of it depends what kind of team we're playing, but it allows us to kind of not give away which direction we're running, especially with the run checks. A lot of us runs in the first half. We pair it with another run, so if you don't get the look we want, we can always change it, and you can't tell what we're changing to with the back. So it allows us to kind of change up the run game, getting the best look, and it obviously helps the run game out a lot.
Are you basically getting multiple calls every single play? I mean, the Colorado game, you're basically choosing based on what the box look was. Is every play pretty much you have one or two plays to go with?
Yes and no. We'd have to probably go through each play to kind of see. Like last week, we'd have 2 plays called, but if I got a certain look, I'd have to check into that. So we do that more often than not. Then that changes throughout the game too. When Coach McGuire kind of sees what they're doing, he'll update me with any changes he wants to make or checks we want to make. So again, like versus a bear front, we're going to check a certain run or whatever it is. So again, that and the Colorado game was a little different, just in terms of we might check the whole play, and more so last week it was more just checking the run.
When you look back on these first 6 weeks, what do you feel like has gone right? Like when you are kind of on top of that list in terms of things you've done?
Offensively, we moved the ball really well. I think we've had 400 or 500 yards most games. Usually that'd be pretty good, and at times it was good. And we're doing a lot of good things in that aspect, but we just have to be more consistent. Avoid the smaller mistakes that cost us or make third and long, or in unmanageable situations. And I think if we just finish some of the plays too, you'll see those 10-yard runs or 10-yard passes or 10-yard screens turn into explosives or even touchdowns, and that'll help us score more easily, so we're not having to chunk it down the field and take 15 plays to score.
For you personally, what do you feel like has gone right over the 6 weeks?
Again, just operating, getting us in the right look, like I was saying earlier, getting us the right run. If they're loading the box, check into a pass. I think decision making, obviously, we have a few picks when we're behind, but I think for the most part I've been pretty happy with it. But again, I've just been, I think I've been more happy with, the consistency I've been having.
Do you feel like some of the criticisms that have been kind of hurled at you are correct or incorrect?
What criticisms?
That you're locking on to Drake too long, or you're holding the ball too long, or a bunch of different things have been said.
No, I don't think so. I don't really listen to that stuff. I listen to the criticism Coach tells me. If I'm holding the ball a long time, it's probably because I'm getting to my reads. Again, I don't. If you saw in the film room, you might see it differently. But again, I try to do what Coach Harrell tells me and what I hear from the coaching staff. And again, obviously it's not perfect every time, but I think I'm doing that for the most part.
What's the biggest difference in the playbook now from when you were a freshman? What are you being asked to do differently, maybe?
What am I asked? I think, again, in the run game, just getting this right look. My freshman year, I didn't really, I'd run into cover zero a few times, not really understanding what I was doing. They wouldn't give me the freedom, or not that they wouldn't give me, but I didn't really have the ability to have that freedom, at that level, and I didn't understand it either. So, now I think I'm at a point where I understand it to the point where I can get us in the right look. And play calling wise, they're okay. We're more on the same page, so I think it's a lot easier.
So you feel like you have more responsibility now?
Yeah, definitely.
Keith, what kind of progress have you seen out of the 2 freshman tackles over the course of those 6 weeks?
I think they've done a really good job. Obviously, they're learning and still getting better each week, but that's only going to make them better in the long run, and especially in the run game. Obviously, it's not perfect, there's stuff to clean up, but I've just seen a lot of improvement, and especially in their confidence. Skylar Jonah, I think, is coming out way more confident now in week 6 than he did in week 1.
Do you feel like you're on the same page with all the receivers now? I know that was an issue early in the season. Some guys turning different ways from where you and Jackson were throwing. Do you feel like you guys are in sync now?
Yeah, I think so. As in sync you're going to be. Obviously, it takes, me and Drake are on a different level than a lot of people just because we've been together for 3 years. You're not going to get that. But yeah, I think for the most part, I feel pretty comfortable with guys where they're at and where they're going to be.